Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Tonight, we have some reactions for you guys. We're going to react to the Piers Morgan debate/interview in regards to the media reaction to Sydney Sweeney and how the left is having a crazy meltdown. And then we also got some other reactions of some other clips that our membership sent us. Let's go. And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long. Doing new things. Men are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in competition. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. If you're tuning in right now, if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe right now. We are currently live on YouTube and Facebook. If you're tuning in on Facebook, we'll be live for about maybe 45 minutes, and then I'm going to shut down that stream, and you'll have to come on over to YouTube. Click the like button and click that bell icon so you're notified of all the times we go next. Tomorrow, we have a full panel dating show. Yes, full panel dating show. I think my recruiters, we have about maybe 6 to 9 girls scheduled. The last dating show we had 9 girls. It was a pretty crazy panel. It was dope. And also with the last dating podcast that we did, it went basically viral. Some of the clips, it went viral, and we've gained 20K new subscribers this month. So a lot of you may be tuning in and you guys are new to No Fugazee. This segment of tonight's podcast is just reactions and me giving you I'll be giving you my perspective on what we'll be reacting to tonight. Let's get into normal scheduled programming. So we got a few links in the YouTube description. First link is going to be for the membership. If you like this podcast and you want to continue to watch this podcast and support it, you can become a member. We got 3 tiers. First tier is Gang. Second tier is Hitman. Third tier is Mob Ties. You join any of those tiers, you're welcome to the cookout whenever we have it. The next link in the YouTube description is going to be for one-on-one coaching. I coach men on dating and relationships, men and women on dating and relationships. I also do couples coaching, and I do media and marketing coaching. So if you need some coaching, man, if you're lacking, go ahead and click that link. I got you. The next link is going to be for the Clips channel. We do post clips on the Clips channel daily. So if you do not have enough time to sit and watch the full 2-hour to 5-hour episodes sometimes, depending on if we're doing debate night or a girl show, if you don't have time to watch the full, those full hours, subscribe to the Clips channel, man. We break the clips down to about anywhere from 10 minutes to 30-minute clips. We also do post some clips on the main YouTube channel as well. Okay, the next links besides that is going to be for the Discord. You can go ahead and hit us up on Discord, follow us on Discord, and we got the Instagram account tagged. We got the Facebook account tagged. We have all of our social media platforms right below. So if you want to get in contact with myself or anyone from my team, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, etc. Right? Okay, so as stated, we are going to react to a few things today. The first thing I got in line for you guys is the Sydney Sweeney. It seems like the left is whining again because they're making something that's very, very small and nothing. They're trying to make something out of nothing. And something that's very minuscule and small, they're trying to make it real big. The left, they just be whining and complaining. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to run through the Piers Morgan video that he put out yesterday. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my perspective, and we're going to watch it together. Let's get right into it. Also, right before we do so, do this for me. Since I know some of y'all be ninja watchers, like the podcast, like I said, subscribe. And then right before we do this, let me go ahead and check out the chat, see what we got in here. Let me check out Facebook as well, too. Looks like we got a lot of people live right now that's tuning in on Facebook. Yeah, we do. So everyone that's tuned in on Facebook, shout out to y'all. Let's get right into it. Yeah, we got a whole lot of people on Facebook that's tuning in. All right. Here's the clip.
American Eagle's Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes campaign has unleashed a Hitlerian hysteria not seen since the US election. In case you've been living under a rock this week, this is what the fuss is about.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Well, half of the advert's viewers see a cheeky ad with an attractive actress flogging genes. The other half apparently see a subliminal propaganda campaign for eugenics, fascism, and white supremacy with a dash of Nazis thrown in for the mix.
Right before we get into, the left reacting to this, let's just psychoanalyze this for a quick second. Because what you seen there in that American Eagle commercial, bro, it was literally, this is I would say, below average white woman. She got no cakes, flat hinds, just a regular looking white chick. You know what I mean? Just a general, she had complete 5, average looking girl. Some dudes, that don't get no poon, they may give her like an 8 or a 10 because, that's... they probably dream about being with a woman like her, but she's just a regular looking white chick, nothing special. In regards to all of that, in my opinion on how she looks, what she said was, genes is passed down from your ancestors, from your mother, stuff like that. And then she spoke about her eye color, hair, stuff like that. She's speaking about her genes. And it's funny because this commercial is promoting the jeans that she's wearing. So all it's doing is giving a metaphor. And so it's nothing to, think about too deep and say, oh, this is racist or, oh, this is, it's nothing to make a fuss about. So let's hear their reactions.
These Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird, like fascist weird.
Did American Eagle just run an ad for?
Okay, she said like fascist weird. This is funny. And you can see that the woman that just spoke prior to this woman on the screen, she was a fat white chick. Obese, I would say. So let's continue on. Just take notes.
For eugenics.
The attractive white woman with blonde hair, blue eyes is talking about just the genes she gets from American Eagle.
You see a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman and think that is an all-American.
So, and then we seen an older chick. So the first woman was fat. And she was complaining and said that is fascism. The second woman, she was complaining as well, but she was older, past her prime. The third guy, he was obese, sitting in his car. He was big. So let's just analyze all of the haters, all of the people that's speaking about this and trying to make something out of nothing.
Woman, that is the exact problem with this advertisement.
Hey, American Eagle. Now do black and brown women.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
So you seen a white chick come up there. Hey, American Eagle, now do black and brown women.
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
I think we should just start shaming them instead. You are an embarrassment, Sydney Sweeney.
It's not just excitable people on social media who are losing their minds on this one. Even Good Morning America is wondering whether Sydney's great genes may herald the onset of a new Fourth Reich.
Begin with the backlash over a new ad campaign featuring actress Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, the ads are for American Eagle, and the tagline is, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Now, in one ad, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress talks about genes as in DNA being passed down from her parents.
The play on words is being compared to Nazi propaganda with racial undertones.
So is Sydney Sweeney the new poster girl for white supremacy, or is it all, as one commentator put it, just ugly girl jealousy? Well, turning to my panel now, I'm away from my usual studio, working on a slight delay, so I begin with a polite request for everyone to take it in turns and allow the audience to enjoy all of your insights. I'm joined by Jedediah Beeler, the host of the Jedediah Beeler Show, by the conservative influencer Deborah Lee, academic and host of Bet News, Mark Lamont Hill, and the author of Cultural Intelligence for Marketers, Dr. Anastasia Gabriel.
So, chat, what we're going to do, we're going to watch this a little bit, get their opinion on this. It seems like Piers Morgan, he brought up two conservative women, and then also one liberal woman, and then a liberal man. And they're all going to give their perspective on it. They may have a little back and forth. We're going to listen to that, and then I'm going to pause it in between certain points and give you guys my perspective on what they're saying.
Welcome to all of you. Okay, let me start with you, Dr. Anastasia. What's your problem with this ad? I mean, I just saw Sydney Sweeney looking hot, selling jeans. What memo didn't I get?
I would love to live in a world where more people would have the privilege to look at this ad and simply see an ad for great jeans, but that's not the world that we live in, and we live in the world that is marked with a lot of cultural baggage. So when I saw this ad as a marketer, somebody who works with agencies and brands on issues of culture and cultural relevance, I was frankly angered. And the reason for that is that the ad is racist and eugenics coded. And I have to be clear that when I say that, I don't mean to talk about the intent of the creators behind this ad, but rather the...
Okay, so here's what she's saying. And I paused it there because she's saying that the ad is racist and it's genocoded. How did she say that again?
And eugenics works with agencies and brands on issues of culture and cultural relevance. I was frankly angered. And the reason for that is that the ad is racist and eugenics coded. And I have to be clear that when I say that, I don't mean to talk about the intent of the creators behind this ad, but rather...
Okay, so stop it there. So she says that the ad is racist and eugenic coded. Where is she getting this from? And she said that I'm not speaking about the intent of the creators. So let's pause it there and let's unpack this. If you're not speaking about the intent of the creators, let's say that you believe that the intent of the creators, like she just said, she's not speaking about the intent of the creators. So obviously she doesn't think that the creators had any intentions of making this commercial for American Eagle to be racist or to have some type of eugenics in it. You know what I mean? So therefore, all of this is just a construction of her mind. It's literally a construction of her mind. And if we take anything from this, we have to say, well, you know, it's not, if we're just being objective here, it's like, well, you've just admitted that you don't think the intent of the creator is for what you've just put out there. Your opinion of things, your perspective is racism and eugenics, but you don't think that the creator's intent is that. So it's a construct of the mind that she created. Now we got to think, well, why did she create this particular construct of the mind? Because there's no facts to her claim. It's all speculation. Zero facts, all speculation. So she literally just constructed this nonsense of racism and eugenics in her mind. So one must ask, is this for an agenda? Well, possibly could be. One must ask, is it for is there any logic in it though? No, we would say that it's void of logic because you can't even map on anything to make it even seem racist without you constructing something in your mind. A white woman wearing jeans, marketing those jeans, and then speaking about her jeans. This would be a metaphor. It's like, this is something that's cool. It's like, yeah, I have good genes and I also have good genes. So I would say that that's the most someone can take out of it. You get what I'm saying? Like a little cheesy bar there. Yeah, I got good genes and I look good, but I also got good genes. Like that's a bar. In the hip hop community, the black culture, we call, man, that's a bar right there. So other than that, like, since we're trying to like map onto something to make it make sense, that will be the part, that's like if you're going to deeply think about something, I would say like, all right, that's the most deepest thought you can have. Anything else is not exactly deep thought. Anything else is coming from internal, meaning that this white woman that's making these claims about racism and eugenics, well, why do you think this? Why are you creating this construct in your mind? What influenced you to think this? How can you watch something that has nothing to do with the thing that you're speaking about and then map it onto something that is the complete opposite? Genes, white woman, oh, eugenics, racism. Like, what? It'd be different if the commercial and this ad of American Eagle did a comparison. And it was, instead of, it was white jeans and it was black jeans. And it was a white woman saying that, oh, my jeans are better than yours, speaking to the black girl. Okay, then I would say, all right, you could probably peel the layer back on that and find some racist hidden cues in there. And not even racist, that'd just be like, maybe like right there, racism. You get what I'm saying? But there was no comparison. So if there's no comparison, how can it be racism? And how can it even be eugenics? Let's continue on.
The impact that it has on audiences, and particularly on younger audiences. And here we need to remember that the target audience of American Eagle is the most racially and ethnically diverse consumer group in the history of the United States. And somebody who has spent a lot of time studying semiotics and the way that meaning is encoded in various forms of media and cultural artifacts, it becomes very clear to me that when we take apart this particular ad campaign, it marries certain concepts and certain words that carry cultural baggage for people. And if that wasn't enough, we can go back and look to the source material for this particular campaign, which is a Calvin Klein ad from 1980 that uses very explicitly the same kind of rhetoric of, and even more so rather dramatically, natural selection, survival of the fittest, selective mating, the superiority of dominant groups.
So what she's doing here is she's just making stuff up out of thin air, right? It's like it's literally void of logic. And that's what I want to get across to some of you guys. Like, I want you guys to get in the mindset of thinking logically. What's the 3 laws of logic? We have the law of identity. So that means that, well, you know, I can't be, I'm David, so you can't be David. You get what I'm saying? We have the law of non-contradiction. If it's A, it cannot also not be A, right? It's A and it can't not be A. And then we have the law of excluded middle. And that's, it's either true or false, but it can't be true and false, right? And when you start to think this way, it's like, well, you'll be able to psychoanalyze things and you'll be able to see like, well, this is void of logic. So is this just nonsense, or is it just a construct in your mind that you created and you're trying to make something out of nothing? And she even said it. She even said that the intent of this, I don't think that the intent of, it's the creator's intent of racism and eugenics. But I think that just having a white girl on the screen speaking about she has good genes, well, it's racism. Time out. What are you speaking about? This literally makes no sense. All right, let's continue on.
hoops, etc. And from a perspective of media and cultural studies, when we look at this particular campaign, we can see how meaning travels from the source of inspiration to this particular narrative structure that we see in this ad. And so it is no surprise to me that it was picked up by audiences that reacted in the way that they did. And research shows, even though obviously Gen Z are in themselves a diverse group, they're also generally, on average, more progressive leaning and, of course, chronically online.
Crazy? You mean crazy?
Anastasia,
I mean, you would have
Anastasia,
to
we
be-
haven't had you on our censor before. I didn't really understand a word of what you've just said. Are you this much fun at parties, or?
Hey, yo, Pierce is crazy. Pierce said, listen, man, yeah, I ain't understand nothing you just said. You speaking complete nonsense. What's going on with you, crazy lady? Pierce is actually funny here. Let me go ahead and move the screen over there. All right, let's continue on.
You have a different persona
I would love
there.
it if you weren't disrespectful to me. It's a pleasure to join you today, and I look forward to exchanging opinions.
Agreed.
I would love to clarify any points that you might have found confusing.
Anastasia, you would have to be asked-
Deborah Lee.
I
Let
understood
me bring
fully.
Deborah Lee in. This is a terrible example of racist, white supremacy, etc. I sort of lost my thread halfway through it, but this is apparently the worst ad ever seen. I mean, this is the Nazis reborn.
That is just crazy to me. And for people to have this reaction to this ad, when I first saw this ad, this is giving a Super Bowl, okay? This is shot very well. This is very creative for an ad agency. I don't know where that information is coming from, that they're the most diverse group and their clientele is the most diverse in the entire world, the entire country. But if that were the case, then this would be a great ad to appeal to a new base. Heterosexual straight men who see a hot woman and they think, wow, that's great. I want to support this company. And for the record, Sydney Sweeney is a brunette. She has brown hair. So everybody's saying she's an Aryan, blonde hair, blue eyes. It's not true. Look at her roots. Look at her eyebrows. It takes 5 seconds to do a Google search of Sydney Sweeney's natural hair color. And while I have my own opinions about this ad, I don't really have the palate for sexual ads as a traditional conservative. I think if you have an issue with this and you're saying that this is a Nazi dog whistle, as a Jewish woman, when the Nazis created ads in their propaganda, it was not using hot women who are traditionally hot to try and attract people to become Nazis. It was saying that the Jews are vermin, that we're trying to take over the world. To try and compare the two is outrageous because the left will call everything Nazism and say everybody's a Nazi, except for the actual Nazis chanting from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free, reiterating the same talking points that we've seen since World War II. So I just really don't understand where any of this information or reaction is coming from. People have way too much time on their hands. Get a job, get a life. Stop being triggered by thin, white, hot women. Just let it be. Enjoy. You got.
Yeah, man. No, she's speaking facts here. It's like, you're thinking about it. You're not thinking about it too much. You're thinking about it in the wrong way. You're just making stuff up. It's dumb to think that way. And since you're thinking that way, obviously you're saying some dumb stuff too. Let's continue on.
Guys had Lizzo in an ad when she was 400 pounds modeling for Calvin Klein jeans. She's since lost weight because she even realized that being that size is not healthy for any individual. And it's clearly just targeted towards happy, straight, white women. They don't want to have these people in ads. We've had every single TV show, every single advertisement has somebody who's been put in simply for being gay in the last couple of years. That's the only reason that they've been put into the storyline. And so now we just have what we would deem normal, and the left is trying to brand this as abnormal. It's not taking, and the people that are trying to push this is the reason that the Democratic Party is continuing to fail in popularity.
One thing that I have in common with Harry and Meghan is that we all value privacy. If you've ever Googled your own.
All right, shut up, Pierce. Pass this ad.
Do you have any problem?
There we go. All right, let's bring it back just a little bit. Go right there. We got a super chat that came in. Shout out to Uncle Tyga. Sneezes sends in $5. White girl model exits the left. Exits the left. Insert. It's the ism. It's the. Oh man. Yeah, she was spitting. I see the regular chat too. And not even, she wasn't even spitting. She just said that, she said the usual stuff. The white girl that just recently spoke, the one in the middle, the prettier one on the prettiest one on the panel out of the women, she just spoke the truth. That's what it was. And she made the other girl look silly because the other girl just literally made up stuff, like literally made up lies.
Martin Monhill, let's look at an earlier American Eagle ad which was in the middle of the whole Me Too campaign and stuff.
Okay, so here we go. We have an American Eagle ad in 2019. The left did not complain about this fat, disgusting woman on the left at all. The left, what I'm saying, the Democrats, the woke mind virus people, they had no complaints. They didn't say anything. And it's funny is because what essentially they're promoting is someone that's unhealthy, right? As you see, I did not mention the color of this woman's skin because that's not important here. But what we can see is that this woman is overweight. So to promote gluttony is not a good thing, right? Over here, if we're looking at a comparison, we would say that, well, this woman is in shape. She's wearing jeans. If anything, you can say that if you want to critique anything or say anything, that it could be some people's opinion that could say that, well, she has too much cleavage. But the left isn't even speaking about that because you know that they're all about sexual liberation. But that's not even an issue of discussion that the left is speaking about. They're complaining that it's a white woman saying that I have good genes. So this means that, well, do other people not have good genes? But there's no comparison in the video ad at all. So it's funny how they can complain about someone that literally looks healthy, that literally would present the white race, or to present the, let's not even put race in there, just to present women, right, in a good way, in a healthy way. Well, we would have to say that's good. She's fit, in shape. She's not older. She's not past her prime. Good genes, we would say, right? But then over here, the photo to the left, this chick is about to bust out them jeans, and not in a good way. And not in a good way, because she got all these little love handles sinking out the side. The Heinz is just gross, man. The crazy thing is, like, if you big, the waist to hip ratio and the waist to butt ratio still has to be even bigger. But this chick is just big everywhere. It's not attractive, and also it's not healthy. So think about this, chat. If we look at it from a moral perspective, we would have to conclude that morally, comparing 2019 American Ego with 2025 American Ego, morally we can say that one is truly immoral, like morality meaning good or bad. One is truly immoral, right? And that's to say that because this woman is fat, she's obese, so it's immoral to be gluttony. Biblically speaking as well, that's a sin. This chick is obese. The picture to the right, is it truly immoral to the same degree? No. One can say, though, that she's showing some cleavage, so that isn't good. That would be something bad. But again, that is not the left's complaint. You see here how, like, the left isn't complaining about anything that makes sense. Like, this is me looking at this picture and I'm breaking it down for you, and I'm being unbiased, and I'm looking at the white woman and saying, well, what can we find in this picture that's good or bad? Is it immoral or is it not? The white woman, that picture, we would have to conclude that with the cleavage out, that may not be what's best. So it isn't truly good. Some people could say, well, there's something bad there. Too much cleavage. That's going all the way down there. If it was zipped up, maybe on that, what is that, the 1, 2? Maybe if you put the other button and the cleavage is just showing up here, but the cleavage is basically showing all the way down there. It's a long V line, right? So that's not the left complaint. They didn't complain about that at all. Instead of complaining about something where they can, like, objectively see and, like, you can have a complaint, they just make something up in their mind and say, oh, it's racist. Oh, it's eugenics. What are you speaking about? Dumb. Let's continue on.
Do you have any problem with the lady on the left there?
Do I have a problem with her? No, I don't have a problem with her.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem
You're
with the
not
woman
offended by that image?
I'm not.
Fascinating.
No.
You do have a problem with the woman on the right.
No. Hold on. Two things. One, you specifically said let's not interrupt each other, and I haven't been able to articulate one sentence yet, and I've been interrupted twice. So let's follow your own rules.
No,
I'm not offended by the woman on the left. Let me complete the sentence. I am not offended by the woman on the left, nor am I offended by the woman on the right. The aha that you're going for isn't there because I'm saying I am not offended by either woman. What I am, please, I'm asking you respectfully, allow me to finish a thought. Two people have spoken uninterrupted for 3 minutes. I haven't gotten 10 seconds out.
So already we can observe that this is an effeminate male. There's been two women that spoke thus far, and he's the only one to complain. When the other woman spoke, Pierce put his little 1 and 2 in there and said, okay, good. Okay, that. Pierce put all of those little 1 or 2 words while asking a question in there when the other woman spoke. But this man is feminine. A weak black male, a weak male in general. That's what you're witnessing here. And he's speaking to Pierce like, well, that's not fair. Like, well, follow your own rules of the podcast. You asked me a question and I'm trying to speak, but you cut me off. Like, he did the same thing with the other girls. What are you speaking about, bro? Get your panties out the bunch.
What I'm saying is that the problem is not either woman. The problem is how we're narrating the commercial. That's what people are concerned about. Several things have been said that I'd like to respond to in direct response to what you're asking me.
Okay, so look at this. He says the problem is not either woman. The problem is how you're narrating the commercial. Okay, I want to know how it's being narrated. So let's see if he can actually break it down in a logical way where it makes sense instead of, and I haven't seen this full thing, but I think what he's going to do is he's going to make a construct in his mind, which is meaning that it's out of thin air. It has nothing to do with the ad. He's going to have a construct in his mind and then try to map this construct that he made in his mind onto the ad. Now, let's see if that makes sense, because all of us do this all the time when we create an opinion on something, when, we all do this all the time. But if you're rational, if you're a rational being, then the construct that you're creating is rooted in, objective truth, meaning that what you can identify in what you're observing. You get what I'm saying? But let's see what he says.
The first thing, and I'm glad the last woman who spoke mentioned that she's Jewish, because I think that's really important. Historically, there have been lots of anti-Semitic images, narratives, tropes that are used that non-Jews don't see. And many times somebody will say, oh, wait a minute, they showed that person playing into the cabal narrative. They showed this person as a rodent, or they showed this person with changing their name to this or that. And the average person may not intend to be anti-Semitic, although some people are anti-Semitic, but it's still there and Jews recognize it. So I don't want to presume that because a white person doesn't see it, that means that it can't be racist, or if a black person doesn't see, you know what I'm saying? We have to think about this on all levels from multiple audiences. You used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm. And we've made everything else less human, less beautiful, less real. And so when we say good genes are the ones that—
load of crap.
Pierce is funny. Yeah, so what I just told you guys, chat, he didn't explain anything logically. He didn't use rationale. It all came from feelings, all feelings. So, it's weird because and I keep repeating this because it's like I'm trying to get it in you guys' head. I'm trying to get it in your head so y'all understand how dumb this is. When you observe something, when you observe it, be objective about it and try to be unbiased about it. Now, we all have our biases, so you could insert some bias there, right? But essentially what he's doing, he's not doing any of that. All of the things that he's saying is coming out of nothing. It's literally coming out. It's like this. Hey, man, I just painted my walls blue. Man, listen. Painting the walls blue, man, that could cause an accident. I was I ran a green light and an accident happened. Well, how can you run a green light? And then you start, and a dumb person will be like, wait, what's going on? I just talked about my walls being painted blue. And then you start indulging in his conversation. What I'm saying here is when people speak like this, we basically almost have to ignore them because it's dumb. It's nonsensical. It makes zero sense. It has nothing to do with what we've just seen. Literally, it's a white chick saying that I have good genes, promoting genes, which is a metaphor. He's in the black community. This happens all the time. So let's think logically about this, right? So as a black man, or as any man, if you've indulged in the hip hop community, the hip hop culture, and you listen to rap music, you know metaphors is a thing. And what is a metaphor? A metaphor is comparing two unlike things without using like or as. So it's just comparing two like things. So that's what American Eagle did in this video ad. The white woman says, I got good genes, while wearing good jeans. What's wrong with that? We hear Lil Wayne say it all the time. S in lasagna. What's the one Lil Wayne rhyme? What he says? and a Millie. Like, think about all the rappers. I can't even think right now of the bars, but think about all the rappers and the millions of bars that we heard in rap songs and how they use metaphors. And the thing is, when someone uses a good metaphor, you be like, dang, bars. Matter of fact, we can take this metaphor, put it into a hip hop song, and he will probably be rocking with it. Just think about it. Let's take this metaphor. And sometimes even Beyonce would use metaphors when she's singing, but she'll have certain songs where she's singing, but then she's like doing a little rap singing too. Let's take Beyonce saying exactly what Sydney Sweeney said in this American Eagle culture. I have good genes, my hair, my eyes, while promoting some jeans and having good jeans on. So say if Beyonce was like, yeah, I have good genes, my hair, my eyes, and I also have good genes. I'm like, bars, right? Bars. What is this guy speaking about? This guy, Mark Lamont Hill, is a dork. Idiot. And it's the thing, like, he has definitely higher education than I do. You know, as far as education-wise, we can say that, well, he went to school for XYZ years and he got his degree, and he's been on BET. He's been on many other outlets in the media fair. But he does, so in some ways he can have a pretty good IQ, but in other ways his IQ lacks because his emotions get in the way. His feelings get in the way. Like, this is an opportunity where you can speak good and speak logical. It's not to say that this guy hasn't said some logical things sometimes and haven't said some good things, but there's been many times where it's like, bruh, what are you speaking about? Like, just put your feelings to a side, man. Put your feelings to a side because it's blocking you from thinking rational.
I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show. What a load of crap. I saw Beyonce do a jeans ad. Oh. Everybody drooled over it.
Time out. Wait, Beyonce actually did a jeans ad. Oh, man.
I loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is... let me ask you a straight question.
Pierce thinking like me.
Let me ask you a straight question. Does Sydney Sweeney have bad genes? Yes or no?
No. I don't think she has bad genes.
So she has good genes.
Listen, if we being honest, Sydney Sweeney genes isn't the best genes. But if we saying good versus bad, we wouldn't say bad genes, but I wouldn't say great genes. Maybe I would say good genes. Yeah, good genes, but not great genes. Her waist to hip ratio is trash. Like, she's just straight, like, flat with no, like, with... It's just, she's a flatbread, bro. She's just a flat board. So from that standpoint, like, just looking at her, and men, we looking at the body, right? When we see the body, one, she's thin, so I'll give her that. She's not out of shape or anything, but her waist to hip ratio is just trash. And the waist to hip ratio does signify that the woman can give a good, healthy pregnancy. So that would mean that if her waist to hip ratio isn't really there, she's pretty much just straight, right? I wouldn't say it's great genes, but we could say since she's thin and healthy looking and not old, we can say it's at least good genes. So yeah, I would say that is good genes.
Does she have good genes?
No. Again, you're trying for these gotchas. If you
so
just
she doesn't
listen.
have good or bad genes?
The whole point is to argue that good and bad genes itself is a bad idea. It's a racist idea.
Why can't you have...
Wait, time out. He said the whole point is to argue that good and bad genes is a racist idea. I would ask him, okay, so if you had a child and your child came out with a disability, or you have a disability, you have good genes or bad genes? Well, if you're being honest, well, I didn't get the best genes out of the bunch. There's a difference. The thing is, his emotions is fogging his judgment. His emotions is fogging his ability to think rational and reason. So this is why he makes this assertion by saying that, well, it's not, well, we shouldn't be comparing genes. There should be no such thing as good and bad genes. Wait, what? Then we'll just be lying to people. If there's no such things as good and bad genes, then why in school, I would ask them this question, if there's no such thing as good and bad genes, then why in school do you have the small yellow bus? Why in school do you have the classroom with only about, 5 students and 3 teachers, and these kids need extra help because they have a disability which was rooted from the gene? Why do we create these, let's say, not rules, but why do we create these exceptions to help out people that actually don't have the best genes? Like, why do that if there's no such thing as good and bad genes? So what he's saying is just stupid. This guy's an idiot.
Good genes, Mark.
Why is it racist?
If
why
you
can't
all
we
would
have
allow
good
me to
genes?
answer. All right, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to hope that you don't interrupt me as I answer.
So once again, this is an effeminate male. He is literally sweating in his forehead, and he's speaking like shaking. He's literally speaking and shaking at the same time and getting overwhelmed. He looks flabbergasted. I don't even use that word. He looks flabbergasted. Come on, man. Get it together.
Okay? Because again, no one else has been interrupted except the people who disagree with you. What I'm saying is,
Stop being so precious, please.
The word you listen. The word eugenics literally means good genes. It literally means that etymologically. The point here is to judge human beings based on their genes and to decide that you have good genes and you have bad genes isn't.
Stop. I was stopping right there. Hey, Mark, do we not judge people based off of their genes? Do we not have certain programs for children that was born a certain way based off of the genes, right? Like certain disabilities come down from the gene. Many of the disabilities come down from the gene. When my woman was pregnant at the time, my old lady was pregnant. I went to some of the appointments and stuff like that for our first child, and the doctors even said they looked at things and said, we need your medical history, so the father's medical history, the mother's medical history, and then also they asked certain questions in our ancestry medical history. So like, does anyone in your family have like cancer or have like Down syndrome or have like all of these things to see specifically what's the probability of a disability coming down from the gene to your baby. You get it? So he's dumb. We literally, in our society, we constructed it in a way where we have measures in place to protect children when they come out with disabilities.
in and of itself a racist project. That's the point. So no, it's not that I think that I have good genes and you can't say anyone else has good genes. I'm saying let's get rid of the good genes narrative, particularly when it's based on hair and eyes and body type. Why? Because those things are racially.
Okay, hair, eyes, and body type. Well, wait. Body type. So when a son or a daughter comes out with spinal bifida, I think it's called spinal bifida, when it's like they kind of like humped over and stuff like that, or when a little boy or girl comes out with some type of bodily disability, where they come out with a crooked arm or a shorter arm, like that's something that comes from the gene. So what you speaking about, bro? So we shouldn't have measures in place to cater to the people that literally have disabilities based off of someone in their ancestry didn't have the best genes, and then it was passed on to them. We shouldn't have these safety measures in place to take care of people that are disabled. That's what I would ask them. And that'd be a good question, because what he would do is he would have to take away the eye and the hair. Okay, cool. But he would at least have to, take away the whole body thing that he said, because it's like, come on, bro. What do you mean? So he tried to be specific right there, but guess what? He wasn't specific enough. And not only that, I think his specifics was just wrong.
Coded. In other words, if I say that straight hair is good genes or blonde hair is good genes, and no, I'm not after watching an ad Googling someone to figure out their natural roots. You'd be shocked to know how many people don't do that.
And the crazy thing is, within all of this, he's giving examples. If I was to say, in his example, this is how you know that it's a construct of the mind. I want you guys to learn something here, because the examples that he's giving is comparisons. Right? He's saying that, well, if someone has straight hair, it's good hair. Someone has curly hair. If someone has this, blue eyes, green. He's speaking about all of these things, but he's making a comparison. In the American video ad, there was no comparison. No comparisons was made. Not one. It only spoke about, the woman only said, I have good genes. My hair, my eyes, I have good genes. And then you heard the voice that said in the background, Sydney Sweeney has good genes. Meanwhile, in the ad, promoting and marketing American Eagle jeans. So it's all a metaphor. Anything else if you take anything else away from the video ad besides the metaphor, then you constructed this idea in your head to try to map it on to make something out of nothing. And think about it, like, well, why would someone do this? And I know I'm speaking a lot, chat, but I want to break things down for you. And I'm watching it live with y'all, right? So, like, well, why would someone observe something, give an opinion that has nothing to do with what they observed? Where did this opinion come from? Okay, it's a construct in the mind. We got that. That's out of there. But then we have to say, well, what's the meaning behind this? Like why would, I'll say this. Normally when people make constructs like not a social construct, but normally when people make a construct in the mind, it's to make sense out of something. That's normally what you're doing, because you observe something, you're thinking about it, and then you're looking objectively off of what you observed, identifying it. Other than that, if you are putting anything else into it other than what you didn't see, hear, taste, touch, anything other than your five senses, seeing, touching, tasting, smelling, and hearing, anything other than your five senses of observing that thing, if you try to put anything else in it, the reason why you're trying to put something else in it is because you're trying to make sense out of it. You're trying to make sense out of what you're observing. So then you got to ask, well, why is he trying to make sense out of something that is very simple? You get it, right? So I would say that one of the reasons, like this is part of me now doing a mind construct. If we're thinking about it, well, what can be a reason, right? But I would have to say, well, since this doesn't make any sense, it's illogical, well, it has to be internal. And one of the reasons why he would internally feel this way, because it's all a feeling, because it is an objective truth, and he's trying to make sense out of something, and he's asserting racism, is because somewhere inside he suffers from victimhood. He looks at everything through this victim lens. So when you see something, he's like looking for, instead of looking at what it is, he's like, well, wait, let me put it on my victim lens. Victim lens. Oh, racism. Oh, eugenics. Wait, what? What? So all of this came from internally, and he projected it onto the video ad. That's what he did. That's all he did, chat. And this is just me just thinking about this out loud, but hopefully that made sense the way I put it down. So essentially I'm saying that Mark Lamont Hill, what he observed, he just literally, it erased from his mind. Instead of observing it through his actual lens, is something internally he put on his victim lens. And he viewed it from this victimhood that he has inside, where he thinks that black people are oppressed. He thinks that white people are the devil. He thinks that, everything that's happening in America and things go bad, it's all the white man's fault. So he's viewing it from the victim lens. And I think it's actually very simple to see that he's viewing it that way.
If I'm doing these things and I see your eye color and your hair as a sign of your good genes, then that means someone who has a different hair or eye color doesn't have good genes. And the last thing I'll say is, if you look historically at ads, at culture,
it doesn't though, does it? Calm down. It doesn't actually mean that.
No,
hang on. I will speak on my own show. So just calm down.
I'm asking you not to be condescending.
Stop being so precious. My instruction about shouting was between the four of you, not me. It's my show. I do what I like.
Yes, I don't care if it's your show.
My point is this.
If you interrupt me in the first minute, it's bad form. I'm saying that if you let the guest who agreed with you talk for 3 minutes, then don't allow me to
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. He talked longer than everybody.
talk for more than 1 second. You literally didn't let me finish the first sentence.
You have literally done more talking than all three other guests put together, multiple
That is not
by
true.
2 or 3. So
That's
cool your
not true,
precious
but my
jets.
issue with you interrupting
Cool
was
your
not
precious
at this
jets.
point. It was at the first 10 seconds. My point was just to interrupt me in the first 10
Why?
seconds. So
Can
how
you
much I've
calm
spoken now is
down?
irrelevant.
Can you calm down?
I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm talking over you.
Right.
Can I jump in here,
have
Pierce?
blue eyes. Right. I also have good genes, particularly on my mother.
Now, if you take away this, Jedediah, the woman in the red, she's been asking to jump in a conversation for the longest. Pierce been having been paying Jedediah, the woman in the red, he's been paying her zero attention. He let everyone else speak before she spoke. Actually, after the first woman spoke, Jedediah was actually trying to speak. And then he let the other white woman speak. And then Jedediah was trying to speak again. And then he let Mark Lamont Hill speak. So let's see, Jedediah been cut off and treated much worse, because Pierce literally is not even paying Jedediah attention. Let's see if Jedediah is as emotional as Mark Lamont Hill. Let's see. Whenever she gets the chance to speak, just take note of that. I want you guys to be aware of that one point.
Mother's side, because my skin is surprisingly good for a person of my age, because my mother's side all had good skin. You got a problem with that? Mark?
Is that for me?
You got a problem with that? Yes. If I say I've got good genes from my mother because I have good skin and I've got blue eyes, so what?
So what color eyes are what color eyes are bad genes? If someone has bad genes, what would their hair or skin look like?
I don't think any are bad. I didn't see anybody from American Eagle saying that anybody else.
No one said anything.
No one from American. Just to be clear, hang on.
Look, Jedediah still wanted to jump in there. Jedediah said, "Can I jump in there?" Pierce is like, "Hang on." Yo, what we doing here is this is what we making a comparison of how this emotional, effeminate black man is behaving versus 3 other white chicks on the panel. So far, his behavior is more feminine than the women on the panel. And once again, Jedediah has been interrupted the most. Let's see how she responds. I can't wait for that.
Nobody from American Eagle was making any comparison. Nobody said somebody else's eye color or skin color was wrong or bad or anything negative. All they said, in an amusing pun, is that Sydney Sweeney has good genes. and is wearing great jeans. That's it. There was no negative about anybody else.
And here's why I disagree with that. Because if I were to stand on here and say, oh, she's from a good background, she's Gentile, then we would all say, well, wait a minute. I didn't compare to anybody else. No, by saying that Gentile is the good background, I would be implicitly saying that the others are not. If I say...
No, that is a lie. If you say that this is good, this doesn't mean that anything else is bad. Like, this is the part where, like, Mark Lamont Hill is slow. He's slow right here. He's not even thinking logically. He's not even thinking. He's feeling and he's speaking. I don't think there's any like one thought. It's just feelings coming out. It's like me saying, all right, cool. Deer Park water is good. Does this mean, since I said Deer Park water is good, does this mean that Kirkland signature alkaline water pH 9.5 is bad? This doesn't mean that at all. But Mark Lamont Hill and his little victim mindset, you can't say anything is good without meaning that other things are bad. And what I brought up here is water, because it's the same thing. So if I say that this water is good, and Mark Lamont Hills and his logical, the way he's trying to make sense of things right now, and basically his argument, if you say this is good, that means this is bad. Stupid. Dumb.
I have a good body, I'm skinny, then I'm saying that other bodies are not good. It's an implicit comparison, but it's not out of context. Historically, in this country and in the West, we've always said that white bodies are more beautiful. So it's not like we're coming out of nowhere here. This is out of Zeus's head. We're starting from a place where we've already presumed white superiority.
Mark, we have spent the last...
So the other thing that he's doing, and Jedediah is about to speak too, but the one thing that he's doing, he's inserting history. So he's inserting history into something that, why would history need to be inserted? Why does race or color or eugenics or anything that all of these people inserting, why are you making these assertions into this freaking American video ad? It's stupid. It's a freaking ad. Why are you asserting things that has nothing to do with the ad in here? It's dumb. You know what it's like? This is, and chat, I'm speaking to you guys today because I want you guys to learn. Because essentially, this is what women do. It's a very feminine mindset it's a very feminine behavior to insert things and make something out of nothing. Yeah, ever in a relationship with a woman and you be like, yeah, I'm about to go hang out with the boys and, just kick it. Oh, you hanging out with the boys, huh? You hanging out with the boys? Oh, so you about to be hanging out with the boys. They'll just keep repeating it, but they inserting stuff. Oh, so you about to go hanging out with the boys. Oh, what y'all gonna be doing? Y'all gonna be chilling with some girls. Y'all gonna meet up over here. She just start making all of these assumptions and inserting all of these things that you didn't even say that you was doing. I'm about to go in. Say if you was very specific, I'm about to go hang out with the boys. We finna go to the gym. After that, we finna get something to eat at this restaurant, right? You tell her that, you come home, and everybody been in some relationship like this where you get a yapper. Maybe if it's not even a relationship, maybe if just a little chick you dealing with, right? You've been with a yapper, and a yapper be yapping, just making up assumptions and talking all stupid, and it's like, where did you insert this from, right? Where did you get this from? You got this from nowhere. You got it from nowhere. And essentially you can say that, well, you're insecure. Like, well, why are you bringing this up? And with Mark Lamont Hill, we can say the same thing. We can say that it's insecure. Since he is making these assertions and false assumptions that has nothing to do with what our two eyes seen and what our two ears heard, then obviously he's bringing his own victimhood and trying to map it on to this video ad. So, let's continue on.
10 years.
All right, Jedediah.
The last 10 years, if you look at all of the marketing campaigns, we have done how many segments on television about the elevation of obesity? You see people who are massive. Now we're saying it's a good thing, right? Stop
it right there. Now you hear Jedediah speak. And Jedediah, she could have had the opportunity. She actually would have been right if she would have said, Pierce, thank you for letting me speak. You've let everyone else speak, but you didn't let me speak. Is there something that you have against me personally, Pierce? She actually could have been, if she would have said that, she actually would have had a good claim in her assessment because she is the last person to speak and Pierce cut her off the most. But guess what? Jedediah, when she spoke, she said she didn't even bring up Pierce interrupting her. She didn't bring that up at all. But this little feather over here, this little feather of a black man, homie got his panties in a bunch because Pierce was cutting him off. And then he tries to play the victim. You see how everything that this individual does, Mark Lamont Hill, all of his talking points and every time he's speaking, he's making himself the victim. And then he's trying to project that to make and to have you guys think that, oh, he is the victim. You get it, right? I should rewind it back to the point where he was complaining like, Pierce, you keep cutting me off. Pierce, you keep doing this. Because literally a woman just out masculinity you. I guess we can say that. A woman out masculine you? Yeah, I guess we can say that. Yeah. Jedediah, what Jedediah did isn't even masculine, but what Jedediah did was with not even, getting her panties in a bunch. And you can say this. Jedediah is more rational than Mark Lamont Hill in this situation.
Great. Let's celebrate everyone who's unhealthy and obese.
She's not in her feelings like he is.
If this ad was an African-American, if this ad was a Hispanic girl, no one would be saying a peep. Frankly, I think if this ad was a white girl like me with brown hair, brown eyes, I got a little Spanish in me, I got a little Italian in me, I'm Sicilian, I got some African in me, I don't think anyone would be saying anything either. This is...
Nah, Jedediah. You look white. I don't know about that. You look like a white chick. You talking about you got a little Sicilian, a little bit of this, a little bit of African. I don't care what you got in you. You're a white woman. Yeah.
It's utterly...
So they will be saying the same thing. You're a little older, but they will probably still say the same thing.
Ridiculous. The only people who are offended by this ad are people who choose to be offended by everything. Either you choose to see racism in everything, or you choose to see sexism or misogyny. I noticed that a whole lot of women online were mad about this ad because they were jealous. It was so obvious. Now they're saying that this woman is against the body positivity campaign because she's skinny. So let's just say the truth. Sydney Sweeney is a sex symbol. She is a young, hot...
So far, Jedediah is spitting facts right then. She's spitting facts. She's saying that, you're just making stuff up out of nothing. Like, you're just literally making stuff up out of thin air.
Woman. She is objectively attractive. That is all this ad was about. Now, why has the stock skyrocketed for this company? The reason this ad has done so well is, yes, because it creates controversy and we all talk about it and we debate, and American Eagle is very smart and they knew that, but also because there is a growing segment of the population just like me that is saying that is so tired of walking on eggshells to cater to people like Mark's sensitivities. Frankly, I don't care if you're offended.
Facts. That's what we can say. Thank you, Jedediah. Mark is definitely way more sensitive than all of these chicks on the panel. And if you're more sensitive than, what is sensitivity? We can say, all right, all human beings have a sensitivity threshold, right? But women, generally speaking, they're more sensitive to more things, right? So we would say that their threshold is much littler. So this guy has a sensitivity level of a woman. Actually, it's worse than the three women on the panel. And one of the chicks on the panel is actually a liberal. And he's more sensitive than that liberal. And we have to say these things. And the reason why I say these things on my podcast here on No Fugazee, because we got to keep it No Fugazee. And one thing over here on this side of the internet, we do speak about masculinity. And one of the crises in the black community is that, bro, there's not a lot of masculine black men. And this dude is the prime example. He's the representative of the effeminate black male. He represents the effeminate black male perfect.
You can put an ad out and offend this person over here or that person over there. Everyone is always going to get offended by something. Who cares? Here's the bottom line. Stop getting so offended. If you...
And look, like a chick, I'm not offended. Hey, yo, that's what chicks say. I'm not bothered. I'm not offended. Yo, he said it just like a chick. I'm not offended. Bro, stop projecting, nigga. You is offended. You was just crying for like 5 minutes.
See everything through the lens of race. That's your problem. That's not Sydney Sweeney's problem. That's not American Eagle's problem. If you see everything through the lens of misogyny, it's the same conversation over and over again.
Yeah, you know what?
Can I ask
hang on, don't all talk at once.
Yeah, Jedediah smoked him. Jedediah done ripped Mark Lamar hair. Look at homie face. He got that stupid face like. Homie got this face. Look at his face right now. Oh, man.
Don't all talk at once. No, I'm going to come to Anastasia.
Look, you know when a brother put his hands up like this? You done took an L. Look, when a brother put his hands up like this, look, first when a brother got this face, and then when he put his hands up like this, bro, you know you done took an L. Oh, man, let's continue on.
Anastasia, here's the problem. The Democrats have just polled at record lows, right? They are incredibly unpopular. And I can tell you one of the reasons why. It's things like this. The reason Donald Trump got reelected is partly the economy, partly immigration, but also partly the culture wars, which the liberal left, the woke left, tried so dementedly to fuel and fire for so many years, behaving like a bunch of insane fascists. And it comes down to stuff like this, where most people watch this ad and see it for what it is, a harmless ad with a hot actress selling jeans. But in the prism of the woke left, which I
Yo, man, they keep on inserting that Sydney Sweeney is hot, bro. I don't know where they get that from. Shorty on this panel looks better than Sydney Sweeney. The shorty in the pink look better than Sydney Sweeney. So I don't know why they keep trying to insert that she hot. Man, that's just a average looking chick, man. But I get the point that you're saying. I get the point what you're saying, Pierce, but she ain't hot, dog.
You would identify as, but correct me if I'm wrong. You look at it and see it as...
Over here on this podcast on No Fugazi, if I had Sydney Sweeney on the panel, rate yourself from 1 to 10, and she was like, yeah, I'm a 10, I'll be like, yeah, no, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. We got to be honest. No, you're not.
An obvious example of Nazism, eugenics, white supremacy, and you hate it and despise it, and anyone who likes it must be cancelled. And that's the problem with the woke left. That's why nobody wants to vote for anyone who identifies with the woke left. That's why Trump won. And no one on the left, in the woke left, seems to understand.
That is facts. That is one of the reasons why Trump won. That is one of the reasons. All right, so we got some super chats in here, and then we're going to go ahead and get more into this video. We got, let's see, Uncle Tiger sneezes, sends him $5. He says, a clever pun on jeans, that's racism. That is facts, man. They just take nothing and try to make it something. Uncle Tiger again says, by the way, the To Be Fair show keeps accusing you of straw manning the left's position on this. You should bring them up to give you the still man. Okay. Yeah. So the To Be Fair show, what I'll do here for you is you could definitely come on up. I will put the link into the chat. 1 second. I'll put the link in the comments and I'll pin it. And this is not a link for everyone to come on, so do not click the link if you are not the To Be Fair show. So if you're not that channel, don't click the link. Give me a second here. Let's go ahead and put it in the comments. All right, so that is the link. I just pinned it. And this is no Fugazee podcast, so I mean, hey, you won't get your 15 minutes of fame anywhere else. Because if you truly think that I'm straw manning their position, I would like to see how. So please come up, click that link, and push forth a good argument. If not, if your argument isn't good, you're going to get obliterated. Even if you do have a good argument, you're still going to get obliterated. So don't be scared now. Don't run. And this is for the To Be Fair show. So come on up, click that link. Make sure your camera and your audio is on. All right. We got Tim M. He joined the gang for 15 months. He says, major shout out to Cooley and the crew. Keep telling the truth. Appreciate you, man.
No Fugazee.
We got word unboxes and $2. What hair oil do you use? Looks like it works. You know what? Man, I'm a man. I don't take care of my hair. I just got these braids done. If you could see, I just got these braids. I got to give myself a shape up and a cut. But to show you guys, yeah, these things is crispy. They crispy. But nah, my hairstylist, she puts some oil in my hair. Other than the oil that she puts in my hair, I mean, I don't be putting no other oil in my hair. Yeah, that's about it. So I do believe she uses some like African hair growth oil, you know, something like that. But other than that, you know, that's about it. But yeah, once I give myself a cut and give myself a shape up, it's over. Homie gonna look crispy. And I don't let no other man touch my head, nigga. That's feminine. All you dudes in the chat, you let another man cut your hair, gay. Why would you let another man be, listen, why would you let another man be this focused? And you know when you in a barbershop, right? Homies be super focused, like, yeah, dog, let me add you up. They be like coming in close, zooming in. You can't let another man be that focused on your head? Come on, bruh. Gay. Learn how to cut your own hair, man. Learn how to cut your own hair. I've been cutting my own hair since I was 17 years old. 17 years old, I've been cutting my own hair. So, yeah. I'm joking. It isn't actually gay. I had a clip on another podcast that went viral. People was like, wait, Cooley, you actually think that if you let another man cut your hair, it's gay? No, man, it's called jokes, man. Have a sense of humor. What's going on here? But it is funny. And the thing is, as a man, right? When you're a man, you're always making jokes with your homies. You always making jokes. Like, you joke about anything with your homies. Like, everything. Homie can't do anything. He said the wrong thing, and if he didn't say pause, gay. Like, when you around me, one of my friends, if you speaking and if you saying something wild, after each word that comes out that could be a little off, you better say a pause. If not, we cracking on you, we ranking you, we making fun of you, teasing you. That's just what it is. That's what males do. You niggas probably never been on any sports team, never been around men, don't even know how to operate around other men. Just a bunch of dorks if you're so sensitive about, oh, wow, you said if you get a haircut and another man cut your hair, you're gay. Oh, well, I should pull up that clip and bring it to the comments. I may do that later on because the comments was roasting me, bro. I can hold you. That clip that went viral, me talking about a man getting a haircut is gay. The comments, I was joking, but the comments was roasting me. But it was the you know, effeminate, sensitive, you know, black people. That's what I would say. No one of importance. All right, let's continue on.
It's exactly this kind of thing that is the reason that nobody wants to vote for you. Over to you.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from, and I think that kind of strong narratives.
Okay, let's get to the super chats. We got a few more in here. We got Wick Dreams. He a member for 3 months. He became a member for 3 months. Shout out to Wick Dreams, man. He's always supporting and always giving ideas for the podcast too. Shout out to you, bro. We got word in boxes and $2. Says, I missed the drama with a fiance in his 50s. We got Uncle Tiger says, I think to be fair, They ran away already. Okay, they ran away? Darn. Okay, they ran away. Well, it is what it is. If you did not run away yet, who's the person? The To Be Fair show, if you did not run yet, well, to be fair, I got the link in the comments for you. That's pinned because I heard you was speaking a lot of crap in the comments. So to be fair, I'll allow you up and I'll hear your argument. To be fair. So if you are not scared, click that link. All right, let's continue on.
Between, woke left, kind of hijacking everything, is part of a narrative of labeling people and not allowing nuance and context of what is actually happening here. So I'm not really interested in being inflammatory around the subject. Neither do I think that this particular campaign is a propaganda campaign for eugenics. But I am interested in thinking about the power of media and representation in our culture and what it means for somebody who engages with this.
Okay, so this is another dumb argument from the left. I care about the power of media and representation. Pierce literally showed you a picture of that was in 2016 American Eagle. They had a woman do an ad that was black and that was fat. So what are you speaking about when you're saying representation? Oh, we need other races and other people to be represented in these ads or into their company. It's their company. I don't give a freak if they never put it. It's American Eagle. I don't care if they ever put a black person or any other ethnicity other than white. Who cares? The crazy thing is there's black companies, black brands. It's all black people. There's no white people in some of these brands. No white. I can name so many brands. There's like no white people. I mean, the brands don't do that good, but some of the brands do pretty good, right? Hardly any white people. So what are you speaking about? Are you going to complain about those black brands too? No, well, the black brands isn't as big as the other brands, like the American Eagle, the white brands. So you're going to complain about the white brands. I see.
Ad who doesn't look like me. And as a marketer, I know that actually it is American Eagles.
And the crazy thing is, how can this woman complain when you are of the same race of the woman that you are complaining about? Why are you complaining? Why are you making a race claim and a racial claim, but you are of the same race as the complaint that you're making? Do you hate your own race? I truly think that some of these white people, it's like reverse racism. They like hate themselves. They hate themselves. And that's the thing. You never want to be with one of the type of white girls you don't want to date is the white girls that only date black guys. No, you don't want to date them type of white chicks. So you only date black guys? No, that's weird. Why would you only date black guys? That's weird. You don't want to be with any type of white chick like that because you already know that, one, it's a perversion or some type of fetish where you only date black guys. Why would you only date, do you hate your own race? Right? Like, why are you only specifically dating black? Oh, I don't like other races. Those type of white chicks, one, you got to say they either hate themselves, or they're a slur. Full 304, they're a whore. And we can say that, well, why do you like black guys? Is it because of what black guys tend to be known for? That's what you wanted? Whore. You get what I'm saying? It's just stupid. Stupid. And even with, and I would even flip that onto black guys, right? Black guys, if you a black guy and you like, oh, bro, I don't like black girls. Think about this. If you're discriminating solely based off of race, solely based off the color of someone's skin, it's dumb. We have to conclude that would be racist. And this is coming from me. I'm currently in a relationship with a white chick, right? But that doesn't mean that I've never dated black girls. That doesn't mean that I don't find black women attractive or Spanish women attractive or Asians attractive or any type of race attractive. No, it doesn't mean that. But I'm speaking about the people that is like, no, I find those unattractive. I don't want a white guy. I don't like the white chick that's like, I don't want a white guy. Or the black guy that's like, I don't want a black girl. It's like, nigga, you weird. What's going on? Why would you hate yourself? Why would? It's just dumb.
Problem that is a reaction of their customer base, which is younger people and particularly younger girls. And as a marketer, I know it's a responsibility of the brand to understand their audience, to understand their worldview, the way that they form their associations, and connect with them.
Yeah, stupid, dumb chick. American Eagle does understand their audience. This is why in 2016, it was a fat black chick, so they know they got a liberal audience. And now in 2025, they put up, a conservative, healthy, young white chick to appeal to both sides, to appeal to the conservative audience. And then in 2016, they were appealing to their liberal audience. But it's just so funny how in 2016, the conservatives did not get mad about them having a black woman presented in their ad. If anything, some conservatives could probably make a fuss about there being a fat woman presented in their ad because, well, being fat isn't good. So it's a good moral reason to say, well, this isn't good to present fat people at all. I would say that could be one of the conservative claims. But in regards to this chick here, no, your complaints are about things that are not even in the video. It's just things in your own head. You're making it up.
For them in a way that resonates. So it's absolutely...
Well, let me respond to that. Today's show is brought to you by Oxford
Pierce,
Natural, makers of the Oxford launched a lingerie campaign featuring female models with disabilities and chronic illnesses. One model was pictured. American Eagle, several years ago, launched a lingerie campaign featuring female models with disabilities and chronic illnesses.
Bruh. And she's still complaining. American Eagle literally launched a lingerie, well, Pierce said a lingerie commercial or magazine or something like that with women that have disabilities. Like, how much more inclusive is that? What? 2016, black woman, fat as well. So you put fat in there and black. And then a few years ago, a bunch of handicapped chicks. What? And then they're complaining like American Eagle isn't being inclusive. I'm all about inclusivity. You need to represent all of the races, all of the people, all of the genders. This freaking liberal, man. This is why liberals, man, they never make any good arguments. All of their arguments is based off of feelings. It's like, this is why they get obliterated in debates. This is why Andrew Wilson cooks all of them. This is why when they come on my panel, I cook all of them. They never have any good arguments. It's all feelings.
One model was pictured wearing a colostomy bag. Another was photographed with her arm in crutches. One woman posed in her wheelchair. And it did nothing for sales. So from a marketing point of view, it didn't work. Now you have a hot woman who is none of those things, who is just a hot woman like the old advertising used to use all the time, along with hot men. I remember the Calvin Klein jean ads with men, topless, selling buckets of jeans. And guess what? Sales are up 30%.
Look, gay dude doing all of these hand gestures and signals in a mic. The girls is chilling. Princesses, just chilling. He over there he was emotional. Now he doing weird things with his body. Body language is all off, all feminine. Like, look, all the girls are sitting down. Their hands are down. He's up here doing signals and junk. Homie is a sweetheart. I got to have him on my panel to debate him. I definitely want to wash him easy. If anyone knows his channel or got a plug, let me know, man.
So you as a marketer should say, well done, American Eagle. You've stopped being ridiculously woke, trying to sell to very small groups of people and ignoring the mass majority who are going to buy your jeans. And now you've gone route one, using sex and femininity to sell jeans. And by the way, they don't care if she's white or black or anything else. They just care that she's hot. and Beyonce sold jeans. That was a
matter of fact, they didn't even care if she's hot or not, because in 2016, the fat black chick that they had was neither. She wasn't hot or none of it. Oh, man.
great campaign. That worked really well because she's a hot black woman. And the moment you try and read in all this other stuff, I mean, you say you don't want to be inflammatory.
And what you like, all right, so when you try to think about the left in their DEI mindset, diversity, equity, and inclusion mindset, we all need to be inclusive. Things need to be fair. So when Piers Morgan brings up and shows them in 2016, the fat black chick, and then when he speaks about just a few years back, they had an ad with a bunch of disabled chicks. You see that the two liberals, Mark Lamont Hill and a chick with the red lipstick with the bun on the top of her head. I don't know why she's trying to look Spanish. She got the long hoop earrings. Why are you trying to look Spanish? I don't know why, but hey, I think she's think that I should be all inclusive within how I look. No, chick, you ain't Spanish. You ain't gonna never look Spanish. You just look like a fool. But anyways, you look like a ghetto white chick with the freaking nose ring in her nose. But essentially, what I'm saying is that they're complaining about something that is literally dumb. Piers Morgan shows them the history of things. They make no mention of the things that Piers Morgan said and in the picture that Piers Morgan showed. It seems that the only thing that they do not like is white or whiteness. And I'm speaking about Mark Lamont Hill and the woman with the red lipstick with the freaking bun on her head. Because why are you complaining now with the white, if you're all about all inclusive? Well, this would include white people too. But you're complaining about the white ad of them having a white woman in the ad and talking about jeans and while presenting and promoting jeans, which is a metaphor. But you didn't complain about the fat black chick and you didn't complain about the disabled people, but you complained about the white girl. So it seems that they're like trying to like get rid of the white race. Like it's just dumb. Like when I objectively look at this is like, okay, why didn't they have any complaints about the 2016 photo or when Piers Morgan brought up the disabled people? Why didn't you say, well, the 2016 one, well, you could include the Asian person or you could include the white person or you could include the Mexican person? Why when Piers Morgan spoke about the disabled people that American Eagle presented in their ad, why didn't they bring anything up? Oh, well, you're not going to present non-disabled people? They didn't say anything, and they could have brung these other claims up right on the show, but they didn't at all. They had nothing to say about any of those things. They only had something to say about the white chick that's in the white ad. So we have to say that they don't like white people. They're actually the racist one. That's what we got to say. When we look at it, when we look at this, we would have to say the woman in the red lipstick and Mark Lamont Hill are actually the true racists. No one else on the panel said anything about race. No one else on the panel said anything about the 2016 photo. Like if the 2016 photo came up with the fat black chick and say the girl in the middle in the pink was like, oh, that chick is fat. Well, that's valid. She is fat. That's true. That's not racist. But what if she said, oh, that chick is too dark? Oh, okay. That's racist right there. But nothing came up. Nothing like that came up. So we would have to conclude. The conclusion is Mark Lamont Hill and the white chick with the red lipstick with the bun on her head that looks like she was the white chick with the freaking bun on her head never stepped a foot in the projects. She never probably felt any type of she probably never had any black experience besides black cock. Besides the black cock. That's the only experience that she had with black was a black man. but she tries to present herself as someone that's that's not in the white culture. I think she hates her culture. This is me speculating. This is speculation. This is me speculation. But I think I'm pretty on. I think I'm spot on, because this is objective though. I am observing, so you can't use it on me and say, "Cooley, you're making a construct in your mind." No, I'm not. I'm looking at it right here, right now. This chick is either trying to look black or Latina or something, but she is straight white.
Literally said it was one of the most outrageously racist marketing campaigns ever. What could be more inflammatory than that?
Well, let me correct you, Pierce. I said that I've seen in recent years. I'm very careful with my words. So I did not paint this picture of this being a racist ad, ever. But I do think, and I think I've explained the way that representation works and the way that I see it working within this ad. Now, I would love to see the evidence for the 30% sales spike. I personally have not seen it. Neither I have seen, anyone in the marketing community share it. So I would love to see it and the source for that. However, there is a question of ethics and there is a question of ethical guardrails in marketing. I understand that in 2020 or whenever.
So I can't watch it anymore. She's literally said there's marketing guardrails where Pierce just showed that there's ethics and ethical marketing guardrails where Pierce literally showed you the proof that this same company how many times I got to say it? What Pierce showed the picture, they literally didn't even their mind didn't comprehend the 2016 picture of the fat black chick. Their mind didn't even comprehend that American Eagle did that. They gave American Eagle no credit for that. Then when Pierce Morgan brings up the American Eagle speaking, having and marketing the disabled people, their mind didn't comprehend that at all. It couldn't have, because what she's saying is literally the opposite of what she just seen and what she heard. It's dumb. It's dumb. Oh man. Yeah, I can't watch no more. Let's react to some more clips.
Brands were responding to the culture.
Freak this. Low IQ. Dumb. Matter of fact, I think the horror may have the chick on the right with the dumb bun on her head. She was probably... Was she dumber than Mark Lamont? You know what? She was dumber than Mark Lamont Hill, because at least when Jedediah spoke and then Jedediah flamed Mark Lamont Hill, at least he submitted and was like... At least he knew when he lost. This chick with the red lipstick with the freaking dot on her head, she don't even know she lost. She's still speaking. That's why she's dumber than Mark Lamont Hill. At least Mark Lamont Hill know when he's outbeaten. He's like, oh yeah, they got me good. All right, cool. I'm gonna just chill. This chick want to keep on making the same talking points. Oh man. All right. So we got some videos, some other clips that we're going to react to. But first, let me go ahead and promote a debate that we got lined up, which I won't be debating in. I actually was speaking behind the scenes with a good friend, Andrew Wilson, and then also always in talks with some of the Hebrew Israelites behind the scenes. There's no bad blood with me or any of the Hebrew Israelites. We definitely have different views on a lot of things, but there's many things that we actually agree on as well too. But I went ahead and lined up a debate between two gentlemen. So let me go ahead and go to my channel so I can show you guys real quick. One second here. Let's go to the channel. Show you guys what we got lined up. Okay. Let me go ahead and share the screen. One second here, chat. We do it live. We do it live. All right. So what you can see here is on the, let's make this bigger. Let's click on that. So that's what I got lined up for you guys. This is what I got lined up for you guys. This is going to be a dope debate. Can I make this bigger? No, I can't make that bigger right now, but I can do this. All right, chat. That's what I got lined up for you. It is going to be, is polygyny good for the West? Is it a sin? Andrew Wilson versus Captain Cesariak. This debate is going down next Thursday. So today is Thursday, July 31st. This debate will be taking place August 7th, which is next Thursday. So stay tuned. That's going to be next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, man. So once again, my platform here at No Fugazee Podcast, we trying to present you the best. We're trying to present the best to you guys, right? And some good debates, some different topics. And I thought, I'm like, not only have I done, debates on my show, but I also allow people to debate other people on my show. I do that in open debate night where I bring up people, a group of people, and other people would come up and they would spar. So I'm like, you know what? I should expand this out more because I watch debates all the time. So I'm like, you know what? I should expand this out more. And instead of hosting my own debates where I'm debating as well, I should also get other people that I respect in the game with other people to join and have a good debate. Since polygyny is a hot topic right now because Andrew Tate mentioned it on X, I'm like, oh, this is a perfect time. I know Captain Cesariak. He has multiple wives, so he's definitely a polygynist. Is that a word? Polygynist? Yeah, I guess that's a word. Well, he definitely indulges in polygyny. I'll say that. And then Andrew Wilson, he's a Christian man, so he doesn't think that he's going to be on the, Captain Cesariak is on the affirmative. And then Andrew Wilson is having on the contrary of that. So that's going to be next Thursday, guys. Go ahead and like that now, save it so you are aware. And I'm going to be modding that on the channel. It's going to be a good one. And you know what? I would say, let me give you my opinion on polygyny real quick. You know what? It's one of those topics. I spoke about this. The one guy comes up on a stream when I'm doing debate night. He's always like, yo, bro, let's do a polygyny debate. I'm like, what do you want to debate? Like, is it good or bad? Or, it all depends. I know a lot of people in the chat right now. Actually, let's do a poll. I'm not going to give my opinion on it. Because my opinion is kind of, I would say, I have no biases against Andrew Wilson or Captain Cesariak in this debate. So I'm like completely neutral. This is why it's a good debate for me to moderate. So I'll give you that opinion, right? But who do you guys think is going to win? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Andrew Wilson got this, which Andrew Wilson would be against polygyny. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Captain Cesariak has this, which he would be on the affirmative that polygyny is good for the West and that polygyny is not a sin. Go ahead and 1 in the chat for Andrew, 2 in the chat for Captain Cesariak. This debate is going down next week on Thursday. See what the chat's saying. We got ones. Oh, we got a 2? Okay, we got a lot of ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got more ones than 2s. All right. Okay. All right, let me stop sharing that. Now let's get to some other clips that we got for you guys. So this is going to be, how long we've been streaming for? We've been going in for an hour and a half. Let's react to some more stuff. I got y'all, man. I got y'all, chat. Since I didn't do a stream in a few days, I got y'all. But support the podcast, man. Don't be a ninja watcher. I'll tell you guys this. We got 120 people in here right now. I think it was like, we got a whole lot on Facebook as well. Support the channel. I will stream as long as you guys support the channel. And you support the channel by, one, liking the podcast, which is free. A like is free. Currently, how many likes I'm at? I'm at 74 likes. That is so rude. So rude of you guys, man. I'm giving out this good content, breaking things down from you, psychoanalyzing things, giving you a perspective that's rooted in truth, and it's so logical you can taste it. You can taste it. You can pretty much taste it, right? Support the channel, like the podcast, that's free. If you want to really support the podcast, send in a super chat. Send in a super chat. But if you also want to support it even more than that, I got something better for you guys. Because YouTube does take 30%. They take about 30 to 40%. So if you really want to support the channel, go ahead and Cash App. Cash App, $, Cooley D. Send me a Cash App. And you can also send the Cash App with a comment as well. So send in a super chat. I accept super chats, right? But also, if you really want to support the channel, send something through Cash App. I'm giving y'all this content today where it was a stream where I'm like, haven't went live. No, well, today's Thursday. Now I normally do go live on Thursdays anyway. But yeah, I didn't have to go live today. I got a whole dating show tomorrow. So as far as for my views and the monetization goes and all, the AdSense, I didn't have to go live today, right? And normally these streams, they don't even get a lot of views. So after I stream, it doesn't even get a lot of views. So I don't have to do this stream at all. So support the stream if you want Cooley to continue to do reactions. I'm not a reaction channel. I don't have to do reactions, man. I can do debates and do the girl shows once a month, and my channel would continue to keep on growing, and the funds, the AdSense would still be the same. These reactions, they barely even, after the stream is done, they don't even hit 10K views. You know what I'm saying? So support the channel because I'm spending time with y'all breaking things down. Send in some donations. All right. Let's get to this clip that some of the members sent me. I like to prioritize you guys first. Here we go. All right, first clip. Hold up. Let's mute it. Let's rewind that. Here we go.
Dishes? It's like I'm the only one that do dishes around here or something. Like, can you?
Hell nah.
Hey, babe, you think you can wash the dishes while I get started on dinner if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, it's cool. Gotcha.
Can you help me with dishes? It's like I'm the only one that do dishes around here or something. Like, can you?
Hell nah.
Hey, babe, you think you can wash the dishes while I get started on dinner if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so this video is showing when the woman asks with an attitude and when the woman asks nicely. And you see that the man's behavior changes based off of how the woman's attitude is. And essentially we can say that, you know, this will be the natural reaction to anyone, depending on how you ask with an attitude or if you're asking nicely. It's cause and effect, right? So I see what they're saying. But over here at No Fugazee, I don't care how she asks. Chick, do them dishes. I ain't doing nothing. I'm not helping with nothing. That's your job, right? You better listen. You better be happy you got dishes to wash, chick, with a roof over your head. Wash them dishes. I don't care how busy you is. Wash them dishes. You better multitask. She talking about, hey, hun, speaking on nicely. Hey, hun, do you mind if, you help me with the dishes while I go ahead and cook the food? No. Cook the food. You better multitask. Wash them dishes. Cook the food at the same time. Listen, in my crib, I got 2 ovens, 2 microwaves, 2 dishwashers. My chick doing it all. I'm not washing nothing. She ain't even got to work. Why would what I look like washing dishes when my chick don't got to work? Now, if your chick got to work, I mean, you may have to do dishes, bruh. You may just have to do dishes, bruh. Nah, but truthfully, when someone is speaking, especially women, we can say that women have this way about them where if they're being very feminine, this does, they'll get a better reaction from their man versus them being masculine and rambunctious and having an attitude. This would just be something that's true. All right, let's get to the next clip. While I'm getting to the next clip, get the like. All right, we got some super chats came in, people supporting the channel, which I highly appreciate. We got Wicked Dream sends in $5. Where are our shirts? Where are our shirts? Listen, I got mad shirts right now, but we've been doing a few things with, I got mad merch. I actually show you guys that I'm still stacked up with mad stuff. Hold up, let me show you guys. I got merch right here in the studio. Look, chat, I'm stacked. Got mad merch, no Fugazee. I gotta go upstairs and get, we got sweatpants and stuff already made. Hoodies already made. It's finna be dropping soon. So we didn't drop it yet because we wait until it get a little cooler. But these ones we took off because we were sold out, but then we stocked back up. So it's gonna be released soon. But these are the t-shirts with the logo. And then, these are the ones y'all like. And we got a lot. So we got these, a whole lot of them, like bags over here. And then we also have black ones too. I got those upstairs. And then I have some sweatpants and hoodies as well that look tough. Y'all not seeing that yet. Those are the exclusive ones. I mean, I can go upstairs and go grab them. Nah. That's going to be for the fall drop. So that is dropping in the fall. So we just been waiting on it, man. It's marketing. When it comes to marketing, it's about timing. I know y'all want it, but it's about the timing. And we're going to get the timing perfect and we're going to market it perfect. Because with these ones and the glasses, the Mr. Man glasses, the famous glasses that I always be wearing, we've sold out of... The 3 times we released the shirts and the glasses, we sold out. We sold out completely. And this was at the time when, a podcasts always have its moments of going viral and stuff like that. But yeah, man, merch is coming soon. We got a fall release and we're going to release these out again with black shirts as well. And then we got sweatpants and hoodies for you guys. It's pretty dope. All right. So that's that. We got Uncle Tiger Sneezes sends in $20. Shout out to you, man.
No Fugazee.
He says, the first debate you had with that Hebrew Israelite guy where you called Andrew in is how I found your channel. Looking forward to part 2 with you as moderator. Keep up the good work. I'm calling it a night. 07 to the chat. Hey. All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. I do appreciate you. Yeah, that debate that I had was the crazy thing is when I had that debate, I was before I brung Andrew in, I was 4 hours in debating. So that full debate is already on the channel too. So if you see, it's like it's probably like a 4.5 to 3 to 5 hour stream. No, it's a 5 hour stream actually. And I think I was 3 hours in debating. So I was 3 hours in debating Hebrew Israelites, cooking them. I mean, I was cooking them. And then my chat was like, yo, Andrew want to hop in. And then Andrew hit me on X or whatever. And I got Andrew in. And yeah, man. And Andrew went right to the root. Like, man, I don't care what these guys are speaking about right now. Like, oh, you think you're a prophet? Oh, you're making these claims? Let me go right to the root of your argument and demolish you. And the debates that I had with those guys, they didn't make any of those claims yet. We were having like a race debate pretty much. But yeah, man, I think that is one of the most viewed streams, not stream, but the most viewed clips that I had, because I put up a clip of the debate. It's one of the most viewed clips on the channel. And I would actually say, if you look at my channel, the top things that I did on the channel, what is the top things? It's actually up on YouTube. Let's check it out real quick. What are my most viewed content? I'll let you guys know. You guys probably already know. But okay, so my most viewed content, my most popular videos is the video that I have where I made the fat chick cry, the fat virgin chick cry. Then the debate that I had, the second most viewed video is the debate that I had with the male feminist. Then the third most viewed video was a debate that I had with two women feminists. Then the fourth most viewed video stream that I have is when I triggered a whole panel of single moms. And then the fifth one is of Andrew. So yeah, he's in the top. Yeah, that debate that we had with the Hebrew Israelites is in the top 5. It is in the top 5, y'all. So it's crazy. So like I try to tell people, like, I'm known for debates. Literally 2 out of the 5 are debates in my most viewed stuff. It's just not all dating and relationship. It's just not all of the dating show, man. Our debates. This is a debating channel, man. You guys got to get used to it. I mean, you guys already are used to it, but you know, you got the haters out there. Like, oh, well, all he does is talk about women. No, what? Barely even talk about chicks. I do my dating shows with the girls once a month now. We do debates, bro. Open debates twice a week. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's get to the next clip that we're reacting to. Appreciate the support, chat. I really do.
Can a relationship be successful with the woman leading?
Yes, it can. Yes. 9 times out of 10, it's more successful when the woman leading. As a man, when you're in a relationship, you know you're going into it with your whole shit. If a girl has that mentality as a man going into it with your whole shit, and it's you're lucky to have that.
Okay, so his logic is it's better if the woman leads the relationship, because if the girl is going in there with all of her mentality, all of her mindset, giving it her all, then, you know, that's what's best. Versus, it was so dumb, it's like almost hard to make sense of what he just said. Pretty much, he confused himself. Let's watch it one more time.
Can a relationship be successful with the woman leading?
Yes, it can. Yes. 9 times out of 10, it's more successful when the woman.
So 9 times out of 10, it's more successful if the woman is leading. Now let's hear his reasoning for this again. Let's try to break it down, because it was so dumb. It's like I tried to make sense out of the dumbness, and it was like, wait, dang, this is so dumb. I can't even make sense out of this one. But let's see.
Women leading. As a man, when you're in a relationship, you know you're going into it with your whole shit.
Okay, so he says, as a man, if you're in a relationship, you're going into it with all of yourself. You're putting all of yourself into the relationship. That's what he says. Now let's see why it's best for a woman to lead 9 times out of 10.
If a girl has that mentality as a man going into it your whole shit and it's you.
So his reasoning that as a man, we know. So this is how dumb people are sometimes, because they don't have the ability to think outside of themselves. They can only think how they feel and then map it onto someone else. I repeat, however he feels and however he thinks about things, all he did is map it onto the female. He didn't think, well, actually men and women are different, and how she thinks or how she would feel leading would be much different, right? So he thinks that basically men and women are the same. So he says that if I go into the relationship giving it my all as a man, I know that this would be good. I know my intention. So if the woman is going into the relationship and giving it her all, well, if I felt that it was good when I did it and things went good in a relationship, so if she does it the same way, then that's good too. And we would say that that's fine. But the reasoning that, well, that's why the woman should lead is bonkers. That doesn't even make any sense. I would just say, well, bro, the woman can go into the relationship and give it her all just like you do without leading. Like, you can still lead. Homie is stupid. And what I just did here was break down the stupidity. Because sometimes you got to break down the stupidity to see how they're thinking. So once again, chat, this is how you see how this man doesn't have the ability to look at things outside of himself, outside of his own perspective. So he thinks that attraction is symmetrical. That's what he would think. Well, how I feel, how the things that I like, and how I think about things in a relationship, well, if it's good how I think about it, if my woman has the same thoughts and the same feelings, then it will be good for her too. Well, we already know that men and women are different. So per situation, based off of, us experiencing the situation, it's a high probability that the man and a woman will have different feelings per situation. So the situation is leading the relationship. Well, a man is built to lead. The woman necessarily isn't built to lead at all. She's built to follow the man's lead. When a woman is in a leadership position, she normally grows resentment for that man because she's looking for a leader. You would date a woman, I would tell this guy, well, stop thinking that everything is the same. I would say, listen, you would date a woman that's shorter than you, right? He would say, yeah, for sure. All the chicks I dated were shorter than me. Let me ask you, would a woman date a man that's shorter than her? Nah, man, chicks be having height requirement. I'll say, think about that. Do you really care about how much money a woman makes? Like, does it turn you on if based off of the money that she's making? Nah, man, if she bad enough, I'll take her if she works at McDonald's. And I'll ask him, well, do you think that a woman feels that same way? Would she date a man at McDonald's? Nah, she wouldn't. So essentially, this would say per the situation, the feeling and the thinking and the responses that men and women give is different. He would say, well, yeah, that's true. Now, I would smack him in his head. Stupid, nigga, stupid. It's the same thing when it comes to leading. You are built to lead. She doesn't want to lead. Why you think that she wants you to be taller, stronger, and make more money? Because she's looking for leadership, nigga. Why do you think that you don't care about her height, her income, or her strength? Because you don't want her to lead. And guess what? When it comes to leading, essentially, there's characteristic traits within that signifies a good leader. A man that has the ability to create resources. Well, there's leader characteristic traits in that. You get what I'm saying? From a physical aspect, being taller and stronger, there's leader characteristic traits in that. Stupid people. I got to teach everybody. Next clip. This guy's a dork. Oh, and I'm still live on Facebook. Man, I was supposed to shut down the Facebook stream a minute ago. All right, I'm shutting down Facebook. Everybody on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. I've been giving out so much free game on Facebook. Y'all don't deserve this free game. Get on over to YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want this game. So I'm reacting to more clips and I'm breaking more things down for y'all. Closing down a Facebook stream now. Come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. Or just type in David Cooley. You'll see the No Fugazee come up. We at, dang, how many subscribers we got now? We had a lot, bro. We at 300. We about to be at 340K subscribers. We've gained over 22K subscribers in the month of July. This is good. All right. And look at that, gaining all these subscribers, but the live stream views isn't high on YouTube. It'd be like that because the subscribers comes from like clips and, stuff like that. But as we keep doing these live streams, don't worry, members. The base will grow bigger and grow stronger. Don't worry. Keep supporting. We'll get more folks on our side here at No Fugazee. Trust me. Trust and believe. We're not going nowhere. All right. Next clip. Stop sharing that. Facebook stream. Closing down a Facebook stream. All right, Facebook stream is closed. All right. Okay, what we got here? What did the members send us? Okay, something. We got some stuff here. All right. So this is the guy that played in... This is the Mandalorian guy, the actor. And this is also, these two actors were just in Fantastic Four. So let's see what's going on here.
Image so far.
Just our hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's engaged to a different man and is pregnant with his baby, by the way. Pregnant with another man's baby and doing stuff like this. So where's the outrage that all of you people had for this guy like 10 minutes ago? Where are all those angry women condemning her for flirting with her co-star in front of everyone when she's pregnant and engaged to another man? Huh?
Favorite image so
Yo, that is facts. That is facts. Now, I do believe one of the reasons why they say that they're being so, let's say, flirty and so touchy is because he suffers from anxiety. Like, think about it. Listen, man, dudes run all type of game here. Yeah, girl, I suffer from anxiety, so it's hard for me to speak in public if you don't touch me or if I'm not touching you. Think about the and chicks fall for it too. Chicks fall for all type of game. Yo, chicks fall for guys that smoke weed. Weed game. All the weed smokers know. Oh yeah, chick, let me smoke you up. Let me smoke you up. You know what I mean? Wake and bake. Come on through in the morning. You know what I mean? I smoke you up and we just chill. Dudes are always trying to find their way to get some box. And we call them sneaky effers. Sneaky effers. They always trying to find some way to sneak to get some type of sex or sexual attention from the woman. We call that the beta males. This is how beta males get box, right? You got this guy went to the extreme. Oh yeah, girl, I suffer from anxiety, so I always need you to touch me and to be touched. This is a grown, look like 48-year-old, 52-year-old man right here talking about he suffers from anxiety and he needs to be held and touched. This is literally what he said. This is why the woman is doing this. And then you got to think about it. Let's say that this actor that was on Fantastic Four, that was on Mandalorian, that was on some other shows as well on, what was he on? The Mac show? I think it's called This Is Us or This Is the End, something like that. I don't know. But he'd been on a few movies and he just was on Fantastic Four, which Fantastic Four was trash, but he's Mr. Fantastic playing lead roles. But he suffers from anxiety, social anxiety to the point where he needs people to touch him or he needs to be touching other people. So let's break this down. This woman is married to another man, but they're not at work anymore. They're in public, just chilling, going on red carpets, doing stuff. Well, you can kind of say that is promoting the video, so it is still like at work. This is something that I would say usually they have to do. It's something that's in their contract. But what's not in her contract is consoling and caressing and touching another man. But I'm sure this chick right here, this white girl, I'm sure somehow she convinced her husband that, well, it's part of my job, baby. And the husband was like, the beta husband was like, okay, sure, that's fine with me. Go ahead and rub on and touch this other man and hold his hand. Come on, man. Let's get into another clip. This is silly. This is silly. See what the chat's looking like real quick. Okay, we got someone in the comments. Listen, man, if you want to come up, it says F and F sucks. If you are a hater, which it seems like you are a hater, you are welcome to come up. So here's the thing, F and F sucks. What we're going to do for you, since you've been commenting a lot, this YouTube channel called F and F sucks. Since you want to comment, let's see how brave you are to come up on the stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link and you're going to come up. Forget the talking. You can come right on up. Let me go ahead and paste it. And the link that I'm copying is the virtual restream link. All you do is click the link. You can join this stream through your phone or laptop, and whatever grievances you have, you can present them to me right on stream instead of commenting. So don't be a comment warrior. I don't want to hear nothing from you effeminate males anymore, or you could be a woman. I don't want to hear nothing from you betas, from you weak people, if you do not want to come on stream and say it live on air to me. I'm not going to read your comments, but you are in the comments talking smack. So here's the link. 1 second. All right. That's the link there. And matter of fact, oh, my bad. The link is already pinned. I forgot I had it pinned from before. The link is pinned. I don't even have to chat it again. Listen. F and F sucks. That channel. Come on up. Obviously, it seems like you hate F and F as well. So it seems like you are probably one of these red pill hater type people. Come on up and I will obliterate you. Juan Martinez, all caps is crazy. All caps is crazy. Come on up. You are welcome to come up. Just click the link. Listen, you got, and it's free too, man. It's free. You don't have to be in the comments. You have 2 minutes to come up, or Wit Kid Dreams, I want you to ban him. You hear that, Wit Kid? Wit Kid is one of the mods. Wit Kid Dreams. Let me make Juan a mod too. Is Juan a mod? Let's go ahead and make Juan a mod. Because Juan always supporting. Juan, you should have been a mod. No, Juan, you are a mod. Yeah. So Juan or Wit Kid Dreams. If he doesn't come up in 2 minutes, block him. Gotta block these nerds. You're just in the comments for no reason, talking smack. No, I'm literally inviting you to talk smack live on this stream. Why be in the comments, you freaking dork? And you're in a comment speaking about masculinity, but you're typing instead of clicking the link and coming up on stream. It's very odd of you. It's very odd. You're speaking about masculinity. You're saying that people aren't masculine, but you're the one with, we would say, Twitter fingers? Comment warrior? Click that link, man. Yeah, with kid dreams. Yeah, I know he's scared. Yeah. Go ahead and get him out of here. Go ahead and just ban him, bro. With kid dreams or Juan, go ahead and ban him. Literally a troll. A troll. All right. Let's go ahead and get a reaction to this. Ban him immediately.
I think is the biblical evidence to support the opinion of being pro-abortion.
In Genesis, God creates life by breathing life into the first human being, which we later call Adam. Life starts when you take your first breath, and that is actually the main line.
This got music in it. I don't want to play it too long. So far, yeah, I'm not going to play this, but so far what he said was the dumbest thing. So this guy is trying to justify, and also this reads here that it's a Texas representative, James, challenges traditional pro-life interpretations of the Bible on the Joe Rogan podcast. He argues that Genesis suggests life begins at first breath. Okay, so biblically, this is all these people trying to make like these anti-natalists, right? Is trying to say, well, listen, life is at first breath. So, okay, with that, let's just go ahead and give you that, right? Let's say that's what you think, right? And that's what the Bible is actually saying. So the woman is 9 months pregnant. She can go ahead and give birth without a problem. No birth defects, no disabilities. The baby will come out perfectly healthy, perfectly fine. She's 9 months. She's 40 weeks. She's due tomorrow. Do you think it is not murder of a baby if the mother decides to abort that baby? You would say that is justifiable in the Bible? These are the type of questions that you have to ask these weak-minded, feminine interpreters of biblical scriptures. This is what you got to ask them, because what he just said was dumb. And you know what? In some sense, he knows it's dumb. He's just saying these things he probably said a whole lot of dumb stuff. This is why he ended up Joe Rogan podcast. He said a whole lot of provocative things to get people going. This is why he ended up on Joe Rogan. So he's going to keep on saying dumb things because he's all about the money. Or let's give it to him. Let's say if he actually believes the dumb things that he just said. If he believes it, then you know what we call him? He's basically a devil. White devil. White devil. And yeah, I'm putting white in there because that would be a white devil. Even if it was a black person saying this dumb stuff that he's saying, it'd be a black devil. But I'm putting white in there. The Hebrew Israelites are like that white devil because that's all they call white people. Come on, bro. That's not everybody. But this would be one of the white devils if he truly believes that. And you know what? Either way, still a devil, because even if he don't believe it, he's doing it for money. So yeah, that's still devil. Still devilish because you're just lying on the Bible. And that's literally what the devil would do. All right, let's stop sharing that. Let's get to another clip. Juan Martinez just gifted 5 No Fugazee memberships.
Why are you running?
No.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
I think I clicked the wrong button. Shout out to Juan. Let me give you a No Fugazee. Yeah, I did click I clicked the button that says, don't be running or something like that. Shout out to Juan. Let's give you a No Fugazee.
No Fugazi. Fugazi.
Okay. All right, let's get to another clip. Let's see. Where we at with it? All right. What we got here? 2 versus 10. What's this?
Fenomen, wow! Primul picior lansat de către Greuceanu. Oameni a sărit acolo. Oameni a sărit acolo.
What happened? Oh, I'm not going to hold you. Those 2 dudes giving it to the... Yo, listen. If you one of them 10 and you lose... Oh man. It ain't looking good for you. I see the comments in here saying that it's 10 amateurs. Yeah, it could be 10 amateurs. But that don't mean nothing. It's still 10 against 2.
Nu va fi ușor pentru cei 2 să-i termine pe toți 10. Au pus ochii pe Dennis din ce am văzut eu, dar Reuceanu...
He done hit him hard too. Clean. I don't even think this is safe for YouTube, so I gotta actually stop playing it. But yeah, 10 versus 2, and I seen the comments that said that the 2 did win. So the 2 actually won at the end, but I had to stop playing it because I don't want to get flagged because it was showing like blood and stuff like that. Yeah, man. This goes back to when the whole viral conversation was about 100 men versus 1 gorilla. And it's like, 100 men at the same time. 100 of those 10 men? 100 of those weak men? Yeah, nah. The gorilla gonna win. Because how can 2 men beat 10 men? Those was 2 men versus 10 boys. I don't even see how 10 boys versus 2 men that's trained. Yeah, they getting trashed. But essentially, we can make a comparison with this. We can say, well, 2 men beat up 10. 2 martial arts men that's trained beat up 10 men, 10 amateurs, 10 men that had 0 training in the combat field, right? Now, if we take 100 of those combat trained men against 1 gorilla, it's a wrap for that gorilla, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for that ape. It is a wrap. So I'm on a side that 100 trained men in martial arts is going to beat the gorilla. I would even say 20. I say 20. 20 trained martial art men is gonna beat that gorilla, bro. Because not only that, human beings, we have more stamina than gorilla. So 20 of us, let's say 5 going in. Well, the gorilla probably gonna smash my guy. And then the gorilla probably gonna get tagged a few times. Throw another 5 in there. The gorilla, my guy, molly-whopping people. The gorilla gonna get tagged and hurt a few times in the second group. Then just throw the whole group in there. Man, that gorilla dying. That gorilla getting trash. But 100 of those weak men, amateurs, gorilla probably kill all of them. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, I think that is all for the clips, you guys. I think that's all I got for you. So a good 2-hour stream today. So once again, we have a full panel dating show tomorrow. I want the mods to tune in. Tune in tomorrow, man. If you're not doing anything Friday night, we'll be going live Friday night around like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. You guys will see it. So if you ain't got nothing going on, watch the show tomorrow. I need all of y'all in the chat supporting, asking the ladies questions. Once again, we got about 6 to 9 ladies lined up for tomorrow's show. So I need all of y'all in the chat. We got some fun games that we're going to be playing with the ladies too. Everybody that's a mod, hit me up if you want some insight on a game that we got. Matter of fact, nah. Forget, I'm not giving y'all no insight. It's something that Ease actually came up with this game. So it's actually going to be dope. Ease came with the game, and then I came up with the conclusion of the game, right? I came up with basically the rules and how everything is going to work with the game, but it was E's idea. But it's a dope game tomorrow, so we're going to play a game where all the chicks is going to have the chat. Everyone's going to be involved. The chat is going to be involved in this game. It's going to be pretty dope. The loser is going to experience some consequences, but the winner is actually going to get a prize. So it's going to be pretty dope. It's going to be a dope, interesting game. We'll be doing this podcast tomorrow, not in the white room. We'll be doing it in the other, on the other section of the studio with the brick. Not brick, but the wood background. So we'll be with the black background and then the wood background. We'll be doing it in that one. Let me see. So what else we got going on? So yeah, that's for tomorrow. Full panel dating show. I need all of y'all to tune in. Then the next stream is going to be on Monday. It's going to be open panel debate night, Monday. And then on Tuesday, we got reactions. And then nothing on Wednesday next week. We're going to chill on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we got the debate that I'm hosting on my channel, a debate that I put together. I put together the topic and all. I think it's going to be interesting. And both opponents are interesting. It's going to be Andrew Wilson versus Captain Cesariak. And the debate is going to be in regards to polygyny. And it's going to be a good one. So tune in. So next week, we got a busy schedule. Other than that, this podcast was No Fugazee. I appreciate all of y'all that's been supporting. And we are out. Peace.
No Fugazee.
And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long.
Made over.
Doing new things are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in comfort. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman.